Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Happy New Year to you. And Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, Long Island's largest provider of rock salt, as well as everything you need to get you through winter storms this season, from shovels to pedalo, calcium chloride pellets and flakes, considered to be the best on the market when it comes to snow melt. Also, biomelt, geomelt, and other snow melt products that you might have, and of course, tons and tons of rock salt. They are located at, and don't forget scrapers and shovels too. They're at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 6317561125, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. Okay, we are seeing improving weather conditions, and now that last night's storm system has moved away to the east, it's redeveloped a secondary low that is sitting just to the east of Nantucket and moving eastward. So I think we're going to see a fair amount of sunshine for the rest of today and temperatures that are going to be topping out in the 50s and in some cases well into the 50s. There's just not a whole lot of cold air around. In the meantime, the bottom part of that cold front that extends from the low has stalled out in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. There is a wave developing on that front, and you certainly can see the blow up of clouds and even some thunderstorms with this. That low is going to be moving up the coast for Sunday, and the big question is going to be how much, if any, cold air is going to be around. I think that question is more pertinent probably to coastal areas, because I believe that once you go far enough inland, north and west of the coast, there is going to be some wet snow coming down for tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. We'll get into the specifics in a moment. In the meantime, just want to give you a check here. I've got what's left of winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories up in northern New England, and we are still seeing some precipitation there across Maine into Vermont and New Hampshire. A few actually rain showers probably, and maybe even a few snow showers in the mix scattered around in upstate New York. But the radar is very quiet down through Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, and Virginia. We start to head down further south into the Carolinas. We have flash flood watches up there, and also in southwestern Georgia and over a handful of counties on the Florida Panhandle. And you can see the radar echoes overlaid here that are moving northeastward. So that is part of that next wave that is moving up the coast. There's your low this morning on the 8 a.m. surface plot, just into southeastern Rhode Island, the trailing cold front into the eastern Carolinas. And it really has slowed down to a crawl here. It probably should be drawn as a stationary front, and you get that little wave that is starting to form and rippling away to the northeast. So let's run through. First of all, no issues for the rest of the day, obviously, with sunshine breaking through the clouds, a bit of a gusty breeze, and temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. We are going to chill down tonight, down to the mostly upper 20s and lower 30s, and then tomorrow. We watch this low coming up from the south. You see it there in eastern North Carolina. This is at 9 a.m. Some lead rain on the NAM model is pushed up all the way into central New Jersey. And there's also a little bit of a high that develops, a weak one, but a high does develop in northern Maine. And that is going to try to bleed down some colder air. I don't know how successful it's going to be at the surface. Aloft, it is also in question too. That 0 degree line at the 5,000 foot level, which we like to look at, stays very close to New York City, plus or minus a handful of miles, and that's always a determinant in rain versus snow. But you can see the NAM here does develop some snow tomorrow afternoon in northern New Jersey and in northeastern Pennsylvania, the Hudson Valley, and into Connecticut. In southern Pennsylvania and southeastern Pennsylvania, maybe a quick burst of snow and sleet at the start for a very short time, but then it's just mostly light rain. The snow area is further north and west, probably well north and west of I-76. And then we, of course, spread this wet snow into southern New England for tomorrow night. My issue here is the fact that this low, while it does intensify a little bit as it moves to the northeast, the main support with this is pretty far up to the north and west. So the precip once we get this shot of precip tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night, it starts to decrease during the overnight rather than increasing on the backside. There is some snow that's being indicated, say, in northern New Jersey, northeastern PA, up into the Catskills, Hudson Valley for Sunday night. And perhaps if that verifies, you'll see some accumulation out of that. But on the whole, this does not look to me like the kind of thing that's going to produce an upside surprise, at least from what I'm seeing at the moment. By Monday morning, the low is southeast of Nantucket by a fair distance and kind of inching its way toward western Nova Scotia. You see it there with a little bit of snow in Maine. We dry out on Monday with leftover clouds and some sun and temperatures, by the way, which tomorrow will probably be in the 30s for the most part for during the day, and then depending on precipitation, you can see those temperatures tail off a bit down into the low and middle 30s, especially in inland areas. Now here's my snowfall accumulation forecast. You can see I have the black line a trace to an inch just south of Harrisburg, just south of Allentown to right across, say, Midtown Manhattan, and then running along the south coast of Connecticut, and then north and east from there into southeastern Massachusetts. A slushy inch or two, northwest New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, Putnam County, Orange County northward. And you see where I have the 2-inch line a little bit further north, north of Route 84, back over to the 84 intersect south of Scranton, and then a 3-inch plus area in the Binghamton area. I'm just not really impressed by this system. At least it's going to have to prove it to me, and maybe we'll see the models adjust a bit more as we go through the day. But I'm just not really overly enthused by this particular low for Sunday. The long range has some interesting questions for later next week and beyond. We'll get to that today on my weather platform on Patreon. And of course, on Sunday morning, be sure to tune into the Joe and Joe Weather Show as we'll be discussing tomorrow's weather system plus all things short and long range. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware of West Babylon, 631-756-1125. They've got the best prices in town, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. Have a great day. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you later.